Welcome to this week's presentation of Talking Heads, the show where you never know what will come out of their mouths. Heads. So far the tragedy of Israel and Gaza is into its second day of truce talks. Let's hear from you about the possibility of some quiet, as Bibi Netanyahu calls it.
I'll start. I don't have much faith in these truce talks. I don't believe Israel can afford to trust Hamas, unless Hamas is prepared to disarm.
Hamas will never disarm. That would be a blow to their image. It would be like admitting defeat.
What about if Israel was willing to lift the blockade? That seems to be the major issue.
Israel can't give in on the blockade. It's the one thing that has gotten the attention of Hamas.
That's right. Even Palestinians who don't support Hamas are prepared to live with war if the blockade continues. That's the real dagger.
What is this don't support business? Hamas was elected. So they're getting what they asked for. They were elected with a big majority.
I don't think they asked for all of this. I don't know why the Gazans can't stop the rockets, why they allow them in their homes, and schools, and hospitals.
It must be that most Gazans support Hamas.
Forget the support. Last I heard, Hamas will not stop until they get a seaport. In addition to the lifting of the blockade,
Israel will never give in on a seaport. How can you monitor a seaport? That would be a world-class calamity.
I think that's the Palestinian plan.
Explain. What is the plan?
Keep asking till you get something, so you can go back to your people and prove the loss of lives was worth the heartache and deprivation. Hamas cannot afford to look like a loser.
I don't think any plan like that will work. Because Israel and Egypt both consider Hamas a security risk. That's why Hamas will have to disarm. In some way.
Israel won't even let the Palestinians rebuild without supervision from some international body. They don't want another tunnel episode.
Right. Israel wants guarantees the building materials will be used to reconstruct the tunnels.
And I read that Hamas wants Fatah, its partner, to manage the reconstruction. That's like wolves watching the sheep.
Israel won't even meet Hamas face to face, because they consider Hamas a terrorist organization. Hamas for its part is sworn to Israel's destruction. Is that a mess or what? This discussion is really depressing. What are the chances of Israel or Hamas agreeing on anything?
I know one thing. The UN, that worthless organization, has formed a commission of inquiry into possible human rights violations and war crimes by both sides during the conflict.
This Human Rights Council is really Terrorist Rights Council and a kangaroo court.
The commission is a sad admission of the incompetence of the UN. To pick a known hater of Israel, Professor Shabazz, to head it. Plus it's sponsored by the Arab and Islamic states.
The European Union condemned the resolution, said it was biased and one-sided. No mention of Hamas rocket firing, or Israel's right to defend itself.
So what's the bottom line on all of this? I don't see one.
Coley, you've got that right. I don't see a bottom line, a top line, or any line. I'll tell you what I see. No seaport, no lifted blockade, no reconstruction, more rockets, more destruction.
Well, I see a long truce, but no real resolution.
Well, here's what I see. A long line at the ladies' room. I've got to get out of here.
Me, too.
I guess that's it for today. Bye.